Pixie Doll, welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, aka the Wholesome Witch, and in today's video we're going to talk a little bit about the benefits of starting a spiritual morning routine for yourself, or for incorporating spiritual aspects into the morning routine you already have, because it is well and truly an absolute game changer. It's about incorporating some spiritual aspects, some magical aspects into the things you already do to make it practical, but to also give it some depth and some soulful meaning and intentional energy to set you up to have the best, most positive day and really most productive day, uplifting day that you possibly can. And I will just say, if you're in your 40s like me, adding these type of elements and aspects into your morning routine can have even more of an impact and be even more meaningful. To just take that time for yourself and just reclaiming your days is going to, I think anyway, have really positive impacts on your day-to-day life going forward. And you might even feel that adding these spiritual aspects into your morning routine could be, that missing puzzle piece that really propels you towards positive change into your life. It might really propel you towards taking your wellness more seriously and being more productive in your days, and all kinds of benefits that you maybe didn't even see coming. So I'm hoping this video is going to provide you with that inspiration and that motivation to just get going. And if this sounds interesting to you, stick around, take a comfy seat with me, grab your favorite beverage. As always, I have my coffee, and let's get into it a little bit. So why is a spiritual routine so important? And I mentioned a minute ago, they're important for everyone, but I mentioned if you are in your 40s, if you're midlife, if you have been through it recently, a morning routine can really make such a difference. This time in our life can be just a really special, a really magical time to lean in, do things for ourselves, take back our time, show up for ourselves in ways maybe we didn't before, get on board for taking our spirituality and our overall holistic wellness, really seriously, and just unapologetically showing up for ourselves and giving ourselves the time we really deserve, and maybe time that we haven't gotten over these past few years. And no matter your age, if you're just starting on your spiritual path, incorporating things in a practical way can be a powerful step to really feeding your spirit on a day-to-day basis. And morning routines and night routines too, I'm not going to count those out. They are just as important. Maybe I'll do a video about them at a later date. Are going to be a really great way to start this path and start feeding yourself spiritually on a day-to-day basis. And honestly, going all in on your spiritual growth is going to have you glow up from the inside out. I did a video on this. I'm going to link it in the description below, so you can maybe have a look at that afterwards if you want, if it sounds interesting. So yes, you might already have a morning routine, or you might be starting from scratch here. Either way, having a morning routine doesn't have to be about incorporating 12 different items on top of things you already have to do. It doesn't have to be about waking up at 5 a.m. or going for a 2-hour run in the morning. It's all about crafting a routine that speaks to you, that feeds you, and that benefits you to start your day off in a positive way and in a way that sets you up to have the best day ahead you possibly can. So a lot of things I go through here, it's going to be things we're going to be able to weave in effortlessly to our routines or to the things we already do. Really, we all have some sort of morning routine. We all have something that we do in the morning every day. We usually do it on autopilot. It's usually not fulfilling. We're usually doing it in a rush. Got to get to work, got to go to that meeting, got to get the kids to school, got to do whatever it is you got to do. So we're going to focus on intention here, and we're going to be present in our morning routine. And we're going to make it a lot more enjoyable, we're going to romanticize it, and we're going to add in that magic that's going to set you up for an amazing day ahead. So what actually happens within ourselves when we take the time to do this, to craft this routine, to plan this routine, and then to implement it and be consistent with it? What happens? What are the benefits of this? Number one, you connect with your intuition and your inner magic. When you give yourself the time and the space before starting your day to go inward, to be present, even if it's just for 5 minutes, to enjoy stillness. It really can bring yourself back to you. It can tune you in to your intuition, to that voice that's always in your head, that's always speaking to you in the background, a voice that often people ignore or push to the side or just don't pay any attention to. It can bring you back to that inner knowing and give you confidence in yourself and your decision making. Trusting your intuition is so important when it comes to confidence, and I don't think that is something that's ever talked about, but it really is. We need to trust ourselves. And this quiet voice that's always there, it often gets drowned out. It gets drowned out by our days. It gets drowned out by all the other noise and chaos that we go through on a day-to-day basis just by living our normal lives. But it's always there. It's always trying to connect with you and give you messages that you need to hear. So having this moment in the morning to be present, to be with your spirit, to feed that element of yourself can really help to strengthen that connection and to help bring that voice more to the forefront instead of having it always take a back seat. Number 2, it can also help regulate your nervous system. So this routine can act as a reminder to not always be on autopilot 1. We're usually on autopilot in the mornings. We know what we need to do. We don't really have to think about the things we need to do in the morning. We just do them. And we're completely, maybe a little robotic about it, maybe a little zombie-like about it, but being present in these moments, and like I said, from number 1, taking that time for stillness, can regulate your nervous system. It can calm you down. It can allow you to feel less stress and less anxiety as you move forward throughout your day. Doing things in the morning, incorporating things like breath work or meditation, a 5-minute journal session, sitting, staring out the window in just stillness for 5 minutes. All of these things are pretty trendy right now, I will give it that, but they're not just trendy. They scientifically are proven to help you calm your shit down. They just help you calm down. And doing them first thing in the morning really sets you up to have a calmer, less anxious, less stressed day ahead of you, and can really just help you move through the day with a more positive, uplifted, high vibe energy that we, to be honest, we really always want to move through our days that way. But things happen and then we don't. And often they happen before we even leave our house in the morning. So let's take that time. Let's take that time for calm and start our day off on the right foot, so to speak. Number 3, a spiritual morning routine can help you set intentional energy to move forward in your day. So doing simple things like lighting a candle, saying mirror affirmations, doing a quick card pull, doing an intention setting ritual situation with your morning coffee, or your tea, and all these different things. They might sound fluffy to you, they might sound woo-woo, they might sound unnecessary, but these things are really about you taking control, taking leadership, showing up for yourself, and being the leader and the main character, if you will, of your own life. Starting the morning with this intention, with specific intentions that you want to hit throughout your day. You want to have a positive day, a happy day, a successful day, a productive day. Setting those intentions first thing in the morning is choosing to show up for you. It's choosing to take time for a little bit of sacred space before you get into the grind. And really, what's a better way to start the day than that? Number 4, starting your day with a spiritual morning routine supports healthy habits. Starting your day with this presence, with this uplifted energy, will naturally radiate throughout the rest of your day. You're naturally going to want to make better choices for yourself. You're going to want to eat better. You're going to want to make sure you get in your daily movement. You're going to want to spend time out in nature. You're going to speak to yourself in a kinder way. You're going to show up to others in a more positive way, to your family, to your coworkers, to your friends. So really, having this spiritual morning routine for yourself can be the thing that catapults you into just a healthier, more well-rounded, balanced life. As I said in the beginning of the video, it could be the missing puzzle piece you've needed to move forward in these other areas that you've really wanted to dedicate to, but you just haven't been able to make it happen yet. This could be the thing that is the start of a beautiful new magical wellness journey. 5th benefit for starting a spiritual morning routine is it is going to increase the gratitude you have for life and the joy you feel every day. So tapping into things like gratitude, your inner voice, nature, the elements is going to help you align with those frequencies. You're going to be more aligned with the frequencies of happiness and gratitude and abundance and prosperity and higher enlightenment. And these are things that you can carry with you throughout your day. We all want to go through our days being on a higher frequency. We want to feel joy. We want to feel love. We want to feel abundant in our lives. No one wants to go through the day with those low vibe emotions like guilt and fear and shame and sadness or anxiety. Nobody wants to go through the day like that. So showing up in the morning in these higher vibe energies is going to help you make it through the day, staying in those energies. And our days, they can be chaotic, they can be exhausting, things happen. Things that can knock us down to that lower level of frequency again, which is fine, it happens. But a consistent morning routine in this way is going to help you snap out of them even faster when they do happen. I mean, it's hard to be high vibe 24/7. Nobody can do that, it's unrealistic. But having this routine for yourself and making this space for yourself is going to make you be able to step into those energies a lot more easily and a lot faster when you do happen to be pulled out of them because, life. So in the morning when you wake up, you can just think to yourself, how do you want to go through your day? Do you want to start your day off with this beautiful routine you've crafted for yourself and start off on that high vibe energy note that can help propel you through the rest of your day? Or do you want to just skip the routine and rush through your morning and start off low vibe and probably stay that way? It's not a very hard decision when you think about it. The sixth benefit for starting a spiritual morning routine is going to improve your confidence and self-worth. Regular spiritual practices and feeding your spiritual side is going to help you rewire your brain, essentially. It's going to help you let go of limiting beliefs. It's going to show you that you can show up for yourself. You are there. You are showing up, taking action, taking steps to live your best life. You are there for you. And having this morning routine and actually being consistent with it is going to be proof that you can do that for yourself. Things like affirmations, doing mirror work, a little bit of journaling in the morning, crafting these rituals that are special to you will help to improve your confidence and self-worth so much. And it might not sound like it. These might sound like little things that wouldn't make a difference. Trust me, they make a difference. Showing up for yourself in positive ways, being present for yourself and connecting with things that align you with nature, that align you with your inner magic, that align you with things that just light up your soul. It's going to allow you to see, believe, realize you're powerful. And every morning when you go through the spiritual routine, you're going to remember that. It's going to be a reminder. And if you are someone that struggles with confidence, stay tuned. Coffee Cup and Chat about that coming up soon. Sorry, shameless plug there, but I'm filming it later today. Taking these daily actions for yourself, it's going to get easier every single day. The more consistent you are with it, the better about yourself you're going to feel. And if you're not already there, you're going to come to a realization that you deserve everything that you visualize your dream life to be. Every single thing. You're going to see it, you're going to feel it, you're going to show up and take the actions to make it happen. And number seventh benefit of starting a spiritual morning routine for yourself, you reclaim time for you. So going back to my midlife ladies, my ladies in their 40s, you're reclaiming your time, which at this point in our lives could have been eaten up by a lot of different things. Career, relationships, kids, family, all these things you think you have to do for other people. It's time to reclaim time for you. Just like the rest of your wellness, you need to fill your cup first. You need to feed your spirit, feed your soul, and then everything else in your life is going to flow better. And you're actually going to be able to show up better for all those other things I just mentioned, your family, your kids, your friends, your job. Everything is going to flow much more effortlessly and have a much more abundant and positive turnout if you take this time for yourself. You deserve this time. So for everyone looking to start a spiritual morning routine, but especially if you're in a spot like I just mentioned And maybe your time doesn't really feel like yours anymore. You don't feel like you have time to dedicate to yourself. Take the step, make the decision to do the spiritual morning routine for yourself. This should be your time. This time shouldn't be anybody else's. It should be your time first and foremost. And then you can fill everybody else's cup once yours is already full. And a spiritual morning routine is an absolutely amazing way to help fill your own cup on a daily basis. So you might be thinking, well, this all sounds really great. That's awesome. I would love to do that. But back to the issue of time. I don't have time. I have all these things to do in the morning. I'm going to give you a little preview of what a spiritual morning routine might look like. So there are ways to incorporate it into the things we already do. Things like your shower time. Make it a cleansing ritual. Let it be a time where you release negativity. Let it be a time where you do a visualization. Be present. Don't just shower and get it over with so you can get on with your next task of the morning. But be present. It won't take you any extra time. It's just going to take a simple mind shift in order to be present in that moment and be in control of your thoughts. We can do our intention setting with our morning beverage. We all have some morning beverage, if it's a coffee, if it's a tea, if it's a hot chocolate, whatever you might have in the morning. I think most people, lemon water, most people have some beverage they have in the morning. So while you're making that beverage and then while you're drinking it, set intentions for the day. If you drink coffee in the morning, for example, coffee holds energetic properties like creativity, productivity, physical energy. So you can set intentions like, I am going to have a successful day ahead. I'm going to get all the things done on my to-do list. I'm going to be productive and positive and high energy throughout my day. Whatever it might be, that's just an example with coffee, but you can incorporate the energetic properties of your chosen beverage with the intentions you want to set for the day for a little bump, a little power boost, if you will. And even if you're making your drink on the way out the door, you're drinking it on the way to the subway, you can still, this is all about your mental space, right? This is your mind. And you can control where your thoughts go. So don't be thinking about all the things you have to do at work today. Don't be thinking about what you have to do after work or that to-do list that just keeps getting longer. We're not going to think about any of those things. You make your beverage, drink your beverage in whatever fashion. If you're driving in the car with your beverage, or even if you do have 5 or 10 minutes to just sit and really focus on it, we just need to bring our mind into that space and focus on the intentions you want to have as you go throughout your day. Something I also really like, which doesn't take any extra time, our alarm goes off. Usually we need at least 60 seconds to jump out of bed. I need more like 5 or at least 5 minutes. 10 is better to just kind of fully wake up. So while you're still laying in bed, set affirmations for yourself. Pick 1, 2, or 3 and just say, this is how your day is going to go. You can say, I am confident and successful. I am radiating light, joyful energy. Whatever it might be, choose 1 to 3, or even just choose one word and have that be your theme for the day. This is something you can do in 60 seconds before you even get out of bed. Or you can do affirmations in the mirror while you're doing your makeup, while you're doing your skincare routine. This is another moment where you can put in a little glamour magic. Also set intentions, you can do that there as well. So these are things we can do. They don't take extra time. You're just being in the moment and intentional in your actions as you're doing them, as opposed to living in the past or living in the future, thinking about things that went wrong yesterday, thinking about the things you have to do today. You're just being present. No extra time required. Now, if you do have 5 or 10 minutes, or you can get up a few minutes earlier in the day to have that extra time for yourself. This is something I prefer to do. I prefer to get up early and have the time to do the morning routine I want to do, as opposed to sleeping in and then having to get right into work or whatnot. So here are some other things you can do if you do want to give yourself that extra 5, 10, 15 minutes. You can do a 5-minute journaling session. Do a 5-minute gratitude journaling session. Write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. Or just jot down how your day went yesterday, how you're feeling going into this new day. You could do a card pull. You could light a candle and set intentions for the day that way. You could do a little visualization. Something you could also do, you could do that before you get out of bed. You could do a 5-minute meditation to start your day. A 5-minute guided meditation to start your day is great. I love Aura Health for this. The app is so good. They have so many morning guided morning meditations and guided morning affirmations as well. So you could put one of those on before you get up out of bed. You could do a morning workout, which is something I always have to do in the morning to really get myself going and to have the best day that I can. I know when I skip a workout, my day's not going to be as good. I'm usually not as energetic, I'm not as productive. I usually feel a little blah. So, I mean, this would take more than 5 or 10 minutes, unless you just do simple stretch. Even a 5 or 10 minute stretch in the morning can make your body feel so much better. I don't know how, like, it's so hard when people work with their computers all day, they drive to work, they drive home, they sit and watch TV. You don't move your body, you don't stretch. Like, if I have a day where I'm not getting in movement, I'm so stiff the next day. And my midlife ladies, I know you hear me. I know you do, especially if we have a day where we don't really move and intentionally stretch. The stiffness sets in. It's no fun. So take 5 minutes, do a stretch, do a simple, yoga sequence. Sorry, I lost my words. Do a simple yoga sequence. Just get your blood flowing, wake up your muscles, move your body. I highly recommend, if you have to get up a couple minutes early to do this one, don't skip this one. And you can add spiritual elements into your stretching. Light a candle while you do it. Put some positive crystals in your space while you do it. Some crystals that bring in energy and motivation, like tiger's eye or carnelian. There's lots of them. There's so many things that we can add into our morning routine. And I can tell you very quickly things that I do as part of my morning routine that are really non-negotiables. And like I said, I get up early so that I have time to do this before I have to start working, and I prefer it that way. I get up around 5:15. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. If you're not a morning person, please don't do it. But giving yourself a little extra time in the morning is going to be worth it. And especially once you train yourself to get up that few minutes early, it's going to be so worth it. Try it. Try it for a couple weeks and see the difference that it makes. So non-negotiables for my own spiritual morning routine. I do set intentions with my morning beverage. I do get in a morning workout. I have a nourishing breakfast, which comes kind of more at the end of my morning routine because I do my workout and all my other things first. I do a journaling session. I pull a card. Sometimes I'll skip pulling a card if I really liked the card I pulled the day before and I feel like it still applies. Then I will skip that one, but I do it most days. I choose crystals to wear for my day. And sometimes I will choose an outfit that goes with my intentions for the day. I want to do this one more. I only do that one sometimes, but I think it's a really good thing to add in. And also something that doesn't take extra time. You can even do it the night before. What else do I do? Intention setting, journaling, card pull, exercise, nourishing breakfast. I spend a few minutes at my vision board, and I spend a few minutes at my altar. So my morning routine is kind of long, and it does require a certain amount of flexibility in the morning or getting up super early in order to do everything, because it probably takes me a couple of hours because I do go out and go to the gym. I don't work out at home. So from when I get up to when I start working, it's not 2 hours, I'm lying. It's like 3 hours. But this is the way I like it, and this is why I get up so early, because it really sets my day up for feel-good vibes, for success, for more energy, and just more positivity. So it's worth it for me. If you're someone who has to start work at 9, you have to factor in, your own timeline and what you can manage to do in the morning. So that's why I'm saying you need to craft one for yourself that works for you and where you're at and the kinds of things that resonate with you, because all the things I just listed that I do, maybe they're not things that you want to include in the morning. Maybe some of them are things you don't want to include at all, or something you'd rather do at the end of the day, like journaling. So it's really specific, and it's really important that you craft a routine that makes you feel good and that you will stick with and be consistent with. And it might sound intimidating to start a morning routine, but trust me, it doesn't need to be perfect. Just start with even just 5 minutes of doing something that feeds your spiritual self every morning, and you can build on it from there. And if you really want to go all in and spend the time, plan out a morning routine for yourself, I do have a free 5-day email series that takes you through steps to help you do it. It comes with downloadable resources every day to help you build your routine, to help you track your routine. afterwards, it comes with even daily planner pages to help you stay organized and on top of things. So if that sounds interesting, I am going to leave the sign up link for that in the description below in case you want to check it out, in case you're feeling really motivated and inspired. I hope you are, to get that morning routine going. And if you're still watching all the way to the end like this, my sincere gratitude to you. I appreciate you so much. I would love it if you would leave me a comment. Let me know if you already have a morning routine or which benefit that I mentioned in this video really resonated with you, what things you might like to start implementing in your morning. Also, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe down below so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Also, I think I'm going to film me going through my morning routine. I'm going to try, because I've never vlogged or anything before, but not like that. So I'm going to try, and hopefully that can also help you guys kind of be inspired and move forward with your own routine. And as always, I'm sending you many, many blessings. Until next time.